Okay, so we're gonna call to order the regular Board of Directors meeting for the Umpqua Public Transportation District, Monday, July 20th, 2026 at 5:30 p.m. We're gonna start with the roll call.
Doug Mendenhall, I don't see is on here. Michaela Emerson, no. Gina Bean,
Present.
Natasha Atkinson,
Present.
Greg Kennerly,
Here.
Bill Hagedorn,
Here.
Phil Morton.
Here.
Thank you. Who's that's yeah.
Okay, and Amir, are you able to go ahead and I guess we don't need to put it up on the screen. Does somebody that's present want to lead the pledge?
Sure. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, and liberty and justice for all. I think there should be
Okay, so because the last meeting was skipped, we have several items on the consent agenda. Has everybody had a chance to look over both the packet from last month and from this month? Okay,
Gina, before we move on to the consent agenda, we have to do election of board officers first.
oh, sorry, I must have the old agenda pulled up.
We have the new one online now.
Okay,
And then, Michaela Emerson, did you just join? Looks like it.
I'm here.
Wonderful, thank you.
Currently, we're seeing the public meetings. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
okay, so we need to do elections or nominations for board chair. Is there anybody that has any nominations?
I would like to nominate you as the board chair to continue.
Okay, I will accept that. Is there any others? Anybody else?
I second Bill's recommendation.
Thanks, Natasha. Okay, if there's no other nominations, then we needed to have a formal motion to elect me as the new chair and call for a vote.
I make a motion that we vote Gina as the new chair for this previous year.
This
Okay, so we have a motion to elect me as the new chair. All those in favor?
Aye.
I
So I think I heard everybody that's present. Is there any opposed? Any abstained? Okay, so the motion passes. We also need to elect the vice chair. Do we have any nominations for vice chair?
I would like to nominate Natasha. Second that.
Natasha, do you accept?
yes.
Thank you.
Is there any further nominations?
Since I'm not
Um,
there, can I just ask if Doug is present?
Doug is not present.
Does he know that this was happening today just because his position is going to be replaced?
I sent an email to the entire board, so I'm not, he didn't reply back whether he read it or not.
I mean, if I nominate him, does he have to be present to accept it?
Yes, he does.
I believe so.
I can try to send Doug a quick message. We can go to discussion if you guys want, if there is any discussion on Natasha's nomination. While we wait to see if Doug responds.
Sorry, I got booted for a second. I didn't hear what happened. You're reaching out to him, is that what you said?
I did send a quick message. Yeah, I don't know if he'll get back to me or not. And then I said if you guys want, we could, while we wait to see if Doug will respond, if there's any discussion on Natasha's nomination.
Michaela dropped off again, just FYI.
Okay.
I'm here.
Oh, there you are. Where are you?
She dropped and then came back.
I don't know what's going on. I'm on my phone, so I'm here though.
Oh, we'll go down. Oh, there she is. Okay, sorry.
I haven't heard anything yet.
Does this have to be resolved before we move on to new business, since we have a chair?
Yes.
Oh. Okay,
I think otherwise it'll be an empty position because we need to do the election this month.
got it.
I'm gonna mute for just a second and see if I can call him.
I'm sorry, you guys. I keep getting kicked out.
I think it has to do with the cell phones.
Yeah, normally I join on my computer, so I don't know what's happening, but sorry about that.
Yeah, I always use my iPhone. I notice that happens to me a lot.
Okay, so I got no response calling either. So I think between the emails and the postings and everything else, we've probably done everything we can do to notify. If we want to move then to make a motion to take a vote on Natasha for vice chair.
I'll make a motion that we vote for Natasha, or take a vote on Natasha for vice chair.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, all those in favor of Natasha as the vice chair?
I
Any opposed? Abstained? Okay, so I am just trying to hear everybody. Michaela, did you vote? Oh, she might be gone again.
Just muted.
I don't see her in this, or maybe I just don't see her.
Wait,
Do we still have a majority?
Yes, we do. Let's move.
yes,
Okay, so
I would say 5 yes, 2 absent.
okay. Okay, so with that, I will continue as the chair and Natasha Atkinson will be the new vice chair until next year's election.
Yay.
Thank you. Gina, can I speak?
Yeah.
We didn't have it on the agenda, but according to the bylaws, the executive committee should be elected as well at the beginning of
Yep.
the year. Okay.
Do we wanna, has Michaela jumped back in?
No, but we could do that as new business or not on,
Okay,
we can do it later.
okay, that sounds good. So for the consent agenda, do we have a motion to accept the minutes for all consent agenda items?
I make a motion.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? Okay, all those in favor of the consent agenda, say aye.
I
Any opposed? All right, is Jennifer here?
No, she is not, and she did. Jennifer's on vacation. Okay, yeah, Jennifer's on vacation this week.
Okay. So we'll just get an update for her next month. Has everybody reviewed the May, June financial report?
Yes, I make a motion to approve the financial report as written.
Second.
Is there any discussion on anything in it?
I just wanted to know if Sherry wanted to highlight anything super 30,000 foot view. Like, I don't want it specific details because I did review anything, but was there anything for the record?
There was not anything, really substantial for the record. We finished off the year pretty strong. So, I was really happy about that. And, yeah, I think that our new budget is gonna be pretty sound and, we'll see how it goes for this year, but with all of the cutbacks we made and, all the cost savings that we had for the year last year, it kind of helped turn us around a bit.
Thank you, Sherry. Does anybody else have any other questions on it? Okay, having no further discussion, do we have are all those in favor of accepting the May, June financials? Say aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, motion passes. I'm sorry, I lost my place on the agenda. Give me a second. I think the next one was the director's report, correct?
Yes. The general manager.
Or general manager report, sorry.
Yeah.
Has everybody had a chance to review that as also?
Do any of you have any questions about anything at all?
I did have, which may have been more, I don't know which part of the report was most appropriate for, but it looks like we have paid off the entire owed amount to the former GM, correct?
Yes. Yes, so, on May 29th of 2026, we received a notice of tort claim from the former general manager, Ben Ebbelt. I forwarded the tort claim to, SDAO and our legal counsel, Lori, with, local law group. I had a meeting with them in early June, and they both recommended that if we had enough unrestricted funds at the time to just go ahead and get him paid off. And I made that payment to him on June 17th. And we had enough unrestricted funds, so we have satisfied our obligation under the agreement with Mr. Edelf. The legal counsel did just advise that, we refrain from making any public comments regarding the matter. And, yeah, so we satisfied our obligation with him.
And just for my own bandwidth, are we still okay on our unrestricted funds then, or that put us tight?
We do have some unrestricted funds. We have, when we made the payment to him in June, I had been kind of, saving them over the months, hoping that we would hear from him. And, since there was no resolution between our legal counsel and his, I had the funds, so we still have about $20,000 right now of unrestricted funds.
Okay.
I have about 68,000 in asset match funds right now. Which is a part of our unrestricted funds, but the 25,000 is in addition to the 68. So we're in a pretty good place with that.
Okay.
I
Perfect.
just had an update on the audit. In your packets, there was a letter from the Oregon Secretary of State. They had sent us a letter when we had submitted our audit to them for the 2024-25 audit. And they had a few things that they wanted to see revised and fixed. So I sent it over to our auditor. They fixed the report and made the changes that the Oregon Secretary of State wanted. and resubmitted the information to myself and to the state. And the state has accepted it. I did get a letter from them. So we are, that satisfied their requests. So that's now as well.
Good job.
Thank you. Is there any other questions anybody had on the director's report? Or I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep calling it the director's report. On Sherry's report.
I have one more thing to add on the charging stations. ODOT, Jennifer and I are working with ODOT right now. They have some kind of project that they're working on here in Roseburg, where they're gonna be installing some charging stations, and we have reached out to them, and Jennifer is involved in it. And they requested all of the information actually on those charging stations last week. I have not heard whether they're interested, but if they are, it could just be kind of a,
Satisfy that.
exactly.
Yes.
And maybe we might get we've only paid them 30,000 back on that at this point, but maybe we could get that back. Maybe it would be considered a wash and we could get our money back. So I'm hoping, crossing fingers, that maybe they will be able to take those charges off our hands, but it is really up to them and their construction department and what they think when they get the specs to all of, to those charging stations. So more to come on that.
Perfect. Well, thank you. And for continuing to try to find any solution to those, because I know it's been a lot. So, do we have a vote to accept the general manager's report also?
So made. Second.
I'm sorry, I guess we were voting. I'm losing track. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. So it looks like we need to also take a vote on the drug and alcohol policy. Did you guys already review the agenda item and do you have any questions on it?
So the drug and alcohol policy, I'll just make a statement on it really quick. The FTA had made some changes to the drug and alcohol. Some of the requirements, I think it has to do with more so like with saliva testing and things like that. Which we don't do, but RLS is who does our drug and alcohol audit. And they had a new template, which was pretty much identical. That's the template that we have used in the past. So it was just a small administrative tweak to the policy, nothing that will impact our employees.
Perfect, thank you. Do we have a motion to approve the updated drug and alcohol policy as presented?
Motion to approve as written.
Do we have a second? Perfect. Motion seconded and approved. Is there any further discussion? Okay, we will go to vote. All those in favor of approving the updated drug and alcohol policy as presented, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. We already talked about the Secretary of State letter. Does anybody have any further questions on that? Okay, we will move on to Board Resolution 26-09.
So briefly, I put together this board resolution, because, last year when you decided to vote in, Sherry as an interim GM, and now moving forward, I thought I would just be best to put that as a, in the record, voting her in as the permanent, GM and CFO for up to the.
Perfect.
I'm scrolling down to it. Amira, give me a second.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Why did I feel like we already did this? Is that just a feeling?
It's just a feeling.
Okay.
I think we talked about with the budget, I think we talked about salary and all of that, but I don't think there was ever really an official motion made.
Correct.
So Amira double checked that, going through the video and did not find it, so it might be best to put it on the record.
I'll make a
Yeah.
motion that we accept it as written.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, is there any discussion on approving resolution 26-09, which would appoint Sherry as the permanent general manager / finance officer of the transportation district? Okay, all those in favor of resolution number 26-09, say aye.
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 Hi.
Any opposed? Okay, motion passes. Does anybody have any questions or discussion over the transit corridor survey? It's pretty self-explanatory.
I can just go over it briefly. This is the I-5 corridor study that Jennifer Boardman's been talking about. We are coordinating with ODOT, ourselves, Grants Pass and Medford. And, we are working with a company called Kittleson and Associates, which is a company that they hire to do, these kinds of surveys. And they also are the same company that helps us do like our coordinated transportation plans and our transit master plans. So this is what they do, but they put out a study last week and they're running it for 2 weeks only, so it is a short period of time. It ends this Friday. Amira and I and Nikia and Amira shared part-time, but last week we attended the South County. I don't know what they called it, it was like a first Thursday, but I guess it's ODHS's quarterly events that they do. So they did it in Myrtle Creek. And so we attended that last week and we were able to get some surveys out. We also have it on social media and our website, so it will end this Friday. Our UPTD survey will continue to go for a little while yet, so. That's just what that is all about.
Thank
So the
you.
information on that.
Did anybody have any other questions on that? And I know I've seen it on social media and I shared it, I think it was a couple of days ago to try to spread it out too.
Thank you for doing that.
So what it's really to kind of try to advocate for some additional funding to get us connected. Douglas County really is the missing link between Eugene and Grants Pass. So Medford and Grants Pass connect, and then there's no connectivity between Grants Pass and Lane County. So it's to try to figure out, what's needed and to advocate for some additional funding so that we can possibly connect with Grants Pass and go as far as Cottage Grove to connect with Lane County. So it would help provide some of those South County services back as well.
Anybody else have any other questions on that? If you guys see it, sharing it or encouraging people to participate, like Sherry said, this is the kind of survey that drives like the decision making. So the more people that take it, the better it is for the district.
Absolutely, and all the way around. I mean, it's gonna help try to get transportation from Medford all the way to really Portland, because I think Lane and Lynn County connect. So we're really kind of the missing link. But the more people we can get to fill out this survey, the better off it will be. So share. Share from our social media site, please. It's through Survey Monkey, so it goes straight to Kittleson and Associates.
Is there any other questions on that, you guys? If not, we'll move on to the executive board.
We did.
Okay. That's where you said you wanted to do it at, right? Was no new business, Amira?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay, so we need to elect a new executive board also. Currently it's myself, Doug and Greg. Do we have,
I think it's chair, vice chair, and then Greg is the third person. I think that's how that was done last year, correct?
Right.
In the past, historically, it has generally been the chair, vice chair, and then another person. I don't know that it has to be that way, but that's historically is how it's been, and you guys know, but you still have to go through the voting process.
so same kind of process as last time. If you guys are wanting to do chair, vice chair, and then do a third position, we can do it that way. We just need to go through each position and take nominations, get a discussion on a nomination, and then vote on the different nominees. So for the chair position for the executive committee, do we have a nomination?
You.
Okay.
I make a
Alright.
motion, I make a motion that the chair and the vice chair are definitely on the executive committee.
Okay. Do we have any other nominations? We can do it that way if you want to make a joint nomination, so that you want to nominate the chair and vice chair to the executive committee. Is there any discussion for that? Okay, so,
Need a second on that?
Yeah, we need a second.
Second.
and Natasha, do you accept the nomination?
I do.
Okay, so, voting for the position of the chair, which is myself, all those in favor, say aye.
I
I think I heard everybody. All those opposed? So motion passes for chair, vice chair. All those in favor of Natasha being elected to the executive committee, say aye. Any opposed? Okay, so for the third position, we need, is it a named position, Amira, or is it just,
Say that one more time.
okay, I didn't think
Yes,
so.
you have to name one of the other,
Executive committee members.
yeah, you would
Yeah,
just
I
name.
just meant they don't have a specific position title for the executive board, correct? The third one?
Correct.
Okay.
Do we have any volunteers?
Sure, I'll do it.
Natasha, do you wanna?
I make a motion for Bill. I think it was Bill.
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 Yeah.
Second.
Any other volunteers or nominees? Greg, are you interested in doing it again, or are you ready to?
if Bill wants to do it,
Okay. Okay, so having no other nominees, all those in favor of Bill for the executive committee, say aye.
I
Greg's the first one. Any opposed? Okay, so our new executive committee will be the chair and vice chair, myself and Natasha, and Bill Hagedorn. All right, and then the ridership numbers were included. Did everyone get a chance to look them over? It looks like we're kind of still following the same little bit of a downward trend with Roseburg and stuff. And I know our numbers are a little bit skewed still for South County because of South County. Does anybody have any questions or comments on the ridership numbers?
Not a today question, but at some point, can we determine how much Sunshine Park costs since 4 people ride?
Mhm.
Yeah, we can do I mean, it's not a lot, but, I can definitely get a cost for you.
Thank you.
Um, any other questions or observations or comments? I think that's a good idea. I think we might have talked about it once before, just seeing how many people are writing. Or if we know a reason why we're not getting very much ridership from there.
We originally, began that service when they put in those new apartments over there, so that we could, service that area. We did have some riders at the beginning and they just kind of trickled off. So, I think that if the gray line, I think, does 2 of the runs, and then we have one of our, demand response drivers that does the other 2 runs. It would be my recommendation if the numbers are not, where you guys would like to see them, that we do away with the demand response driver doing them and keep the Winston just servicing a couple times a day, but I can definitely do a cost analysis first and get you that information.
And it looks like it did pick up December, January, February, so, and then dropped right back off.
Yeah, it's hit and miss.
Okay,
It's never stayed very,
yeah.
consistent, yeah.
Um, what was? Okay, next would be not on the agenda. I had a quick, just real quick question, Sherry, and I didn't drive past all of them, but I had somebody from the general public contact me and was asking questions about benches in our shelters. And do we have any shelters that have a bench, or is it just too small of a space to really accommodate that?
Well, most of our shelters should have a bench.
That's what I thought. Okay. I had driven past only a couple the day that it was asked about, and I wasn't sure. I think they might have been referencing one specific one, and I'd have to go back and look, but I can send it to you. And
Andre and Nikia are online, and I know Nikia has done some shelter, inspections.
okay.
And I know we did have a problem with one of them with the benches, I believe, and I don't know if Andre or Nikia want to chime in.
Yeah, I can speak to that. Biggest problem has been vandalism. We have had benches in there, but we've had them literally pulled out by the unhoused. We
So
get constant breakage.
do we have some that don't have benches in them now?
We have a couple because they've been so destroyed so far that it's really hard to get a bench inside of them anymore.
They take
And plus
pieces of wood and just pry them off the whole shelter, and there's just no fixing it.
Would you guys mind sending me email or whatever, just a list of the ones that have no benches? That way I kind of have an idea and I can at least speak to it when asked that, yeah, this is why those ones were taken out.
And I'm pretty sure.
Absolutely.
Those are probably ones that we have put in for, bus shelter replacements.
Mhm.
And can we weld the next ones?
I don't even know I don't know,
Mhm.
Andre, can they be welded back in or no?
What's that?
Can those benches be welded back in or are they completely destroyed?
It's the frame itself. They attached the old shelters, the bench attached to the shelter, and it's basically they've broken all the pieces off that attached to the shelter.
They were wall mounted.
Yeah, I mean they're 20 years old, and we've got a lot.
Yeah.
Hopefully, with the grant cycle, we're going to be getting quite a few of them replaced that are in really bad repair.
Okay. Yeah, if you wouldn't mind sending me, even, I don't care if it's an exhaustive list, but the ones you know for sure that don't have one, so that I can give an explanation for, yeah, this is why, and that, yes, we're continuing to work on them for upkeep and stuff, but it's really hard to maintain something if it keeps getting destroyed, and we don't have the budget for that, so.
Right, and with
with
the new shelters as well, they will not have the kind of benches that they can lay down on. So we're hoping that'll kind of discourage them from utilizing the benches as well.
All right, do we have anything else that's not on the agenda? Go ahead, Sherry.
I just wanted to let the board know, I have applied with Cow Creek Tribe and the Ford Family Foundation. Since we do have some of our own funding now, I put in for, the bus stop signage. It's a smaller project, something that between the, Cow Creek and Ford Family, one of them will do like 20,000 and the other one will do 15, so it's a 35,000, but our bus, the bus stop signage is about 45,000, so it's something that in conjunction with us, we could get all of our bus stop signage done. If we don't get, we won't know through ODOT if we're gonna get any of that until probably the fall. So I'm just trying to figure out other ways to do some of these projects. But I have not heard back from them other than, I did get the okay to submit the full applications through both of them, so I have done that. Submitted the full application.
And you said fall, probably October, that we'll hear.
Probably are the ones that we've applied for through ODOT, probably not gonna hear anything until that fall.
Okay, all right.
I was hoping it would be sooner, but Jennifer kind of said not to plan on anything until probably fall.
Yeah. Okay, do we have any public comment for on agenda items?
No.
Okay. Do we have any public comment for not on agenda items?
No.
Okay.
Okay, well, then I guess we will work on the agenda in the next month, and if there's nothing further, we will call the meeting adjourned at 6:08 p.m.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.